Sandra, could you explain to us what mindfulness means?
Mindfulness is about cultivating attention. And it's very interesting, and it's rather new concept in psychology, that we know that attention can be trained. This is really new. Not so long ago, I think like 20 years ago, psychologists thought that, the brain you are born with, well, that's it. It can develop a little bit until you're 18 or 20, but after that, the brain is solid, doesn't change, doesn't move, so some people have a lot of concentration, good for them, and some people are restless. Well, too bad, that's what you have to do it with. But now we know you can train attention. And mindfulness is about this very interesting way of being present in the moment with intention, from moment to moment in a non-judgmental and very open and accepting way.
So, in other words, it has lots of purposes. You can use it personally, you can use it when you're interacting with other people.
That's
I
true.
understand you well.
Yeah.
So it's a fantastic tool for therapists.
Absolutely, yeah. It helps you in your personal life in many ways, and as a therapist, yes, you can. One of the things that happens if you practice mindfulness regularly is what happens is you have more easier empathy. You can easier connect to others. Somehow one of the things that happens is that people communicate better. So it's good for people in jobs, in teams they communicate better, the work gets better, all that.
How interesting, because it has grown so much in popularity over just last couple of years.
Yeah.
You see it popping up everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you tell us a little bit about why you think that is?
Well, it seems to work. It really seems to work, and the interesting thing is there's so much research being done, and that's really showing the benefits of it. And so it's happening in hospitals, it's happening in schools, it's happening in businesses. And so, for instance, in businesses, of course, they're very interested in the scientific results.
Completely.
And what happens is that people become more focused, have more concentration, are more effective, more productive. And as I said, communication gets better. So people are less sick because the stress level reduces significantly. And so, the overall performance is so much better.
It's always been linked to spirituality. But when I listen to you, it sounds as if it's been taken out of that context and, in a way, given a new purpose, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. In essence, it's a mind training. So you can completely disconnect it from any spirituality whatsoever. Whether you're Christian or Buddhist or whatever your tradition is, you can practice mind training. And what we actually see is that it has existed for always in all contemplative traditions. But you can also, you can learn to focus more, to be more concentrated. And so this is what mindfulness is also about. Yeah.
So how does that then bring us to human givens? Because you teach human givens and you teach mindfulness within human givens. And how does that fit work?
So it helps you, mindfulness really helps you to have a better life in many ways. You learn to monotask instead of multitask. What happens really soon, after a couple of weeks of practice already, you feel more calm, so less stress. You feel better in your skin somehow, more relaxed. So it has a lot of benefits in your personal life. And also in coaching and in therapy, it helps so much to stay into the observing self. So for instance, if your patient or client is very emotional, very negative, talking in nominalizations, it really helps you to keep your intelligence online and to be able to keep giving the right interventions and to work in a better way. And also it really helps with energy management, if you can stay mindful. And of course, if you practice it yourself, you will really know how to help your clients with it. Because it's a wonderful tool for people who are depressed, who have anxiety problems, who have anger management problems. So it is really something you can help your clients with, because being more mindful in the moment, that's the perfect thing to do to make changes in your life. People always come to you because they want to change something. This is really essential to be able to do that. Yeah.
So in Human Givens we talk about the inner guidance system. which takes us through life. And you're saying that the observing self, or the increased use of it through mindfulness, helps, as it were, oil the wheels, the cogs of this system. Am I putting that correctly?
Yes, it's a beautiful way to put it, Renée. It's very nice. It's true, you know, that the mindfulness, being aware from moment to moment, there's so many things we are not aware of. And, you know, we don't move randomly in life. There's always this inner guiding system, guiding us to situations that are, you know, somehow helping us or beneficial for us, or, you know, there's something for us to learn. And when the light of awareness is on, or mindfulness is on, we can use that in a much better way.
Interesting. Now, this brain that you talk about, our human brain, which is forever flexible and adaptable and so forth, does this mean that we can learn this skill at any age? So are we ever too old to learn mindfulness somehow?
What a beautiful question. We can always do this, Renée. It is one of the beautiful things, I think. And actually what we see with mindfulness is that it has short-term effects. So it really changes the functioning of the brain. We can really, you know, when you train with mindfulness, people can learn to have more impulse control. They can learn to have deal better with, you know, be more skillful in their behavior and speech and everything. And also what happens when you practice regularly is that really the wiring of the brain changes long term. So this is really like structural changes you talk about, and this can happen till your last breath. Actually, it does happen till your last breath.
How exciting.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you.